Welcome to Summer Cubes. My name is Rune Sommer, and in this video I'll show you how to solve the Puppet Cube version 1. This video is an improvement of solving step 3 and 4. Some of the algorithms are improved, shorter, and I go through the solve a little bit faster, but with better explanations. My main objective is to solve the cube the most easy and intuitive way, with very few algorithms and some basic logic. The video is based upon the ultra short guide, link in description below. And before proceeding, I highly recommend to look at my ultra short guide, the front page where you have the name of the pieces, and page 2, which is a complete set of the algorithms I use in this video. I'll go through step 2, which is swapping the big blocks and L blocks. Step 3, which is placing H and I edges. Afterwards, rotating the rest of the edges to the right position. And step 4, flipping all the visible edges first, and at last, flipping the hidden edges. The scramble I'll use is just a scramble that swaps to big blocks and swaps to L blocks. This position, yellow top, blue front, is the main position. For swapping big blocks, I'll use the main position, Y prime, E, U, R2, U2 prime, B, R, U prime, R, U2 prime, R prime. Swaps big blocks and L corner swap in the front, F, U, U, F, U2, R2, U, R, U prime, R2, U, F2. When the cube is scrambled, I'll search for the main block, which is the green, orange and white block. This block I'll place in the left front corner, and now I'll go look for which big blocks I have to swap. This big block in the back left corner is in the right place because the colors are matching. Those two big blocks in the front are not in the right position, so they need to be swapped. I'll do the big block swap once again. Back, U, R2, U2 prime, back, R, U prime, R, U2 prime, R prime. Those two big blocks is now in the right position. I'll rotate the cube to main position, yellow top, blue front. I see that this L corner is in the right position because the colors are matching, but those two need to be swapped. I'll use the swapping algorithm, which is F, F, U, F, U2, R2, U, R, U prime, R2, U, and F2. So now every big block and L block is in the right position. And now to step 3. Step 3 is placing H and I edges at first. When they are in the right place, they are not affected by the ABC rotations or EFG rotations or the equator rotations. So first, red and white, blue and white. The blue and white is in the top position, position A. The red and white must be hidden. It's in the back, in position D. Now I will reorient the cube to see what possible cycle or swap I could use to bring those two pieces in the right position. For the I edge up here, if I rotate this way, I cannot use anything. If I rotate this way, I can use equator to bring this edge to this position, and afterwards I can swap those two. So I'll use the equator ELK twice because the ELK in the description is counterclockwise. And it goes like this. R prime, U prime, R2, U, B, U, L, F2, L prime, B prime. Once. R prime, U prime, R2, U, B, U, L, F2, L prime, B prime. The blue and white is now in this position and needs to go up here. To swap those two, I can use the ABC swapping algorithm. ABCs are swapped if I do the 2x2 swap, but this algorithm, marked in blue, swaps B and C edges only. So if I just do this algorithm once, I can swap this edge and this hidden edge. But if I place those two edges in this position, they become B and C. So if I do the swapping algorithm, those two edges will be swapped. The swapping algorithm goes like R, U prime, R prime, U, F, R prime, F prime, R, U, F prime, U prime, and F. And this L prime back. The blue and white is now in the right position. The red and white is now in the A position on the top. Main position again, yellow top, blue front. So I need this one to go in this position. I could rotate the cube once again. Anything? No. If I rotate this way, I could use equator twice to move the red and white into D position and afterwards into B position. So the equator is goes like this: R prime, U prime, R2, U, B, U, L, F2, L prime, B. Once, that one once. R prime, U prime, R2, U, B, U, L, F2, L prime, B prime. The red and white edge is now in the right position. I go back to main position. Yellow top, blue front. Equator, ALK, and ABC rotation and EFG rotation and equator are not affecting those two pieces. So now I can place all the other edges in the right position without disturbing those. Every edge with green on it has to be in the EFG position. Every edge with orange in it has to be in ABC cycle. So yellow and green on top has to go into this cycle. Orange and green has to go in the back, and green and red has to go to this cycle too. So I will just move the pieces around from cycle ABC to cycle EFG by using equator ALKs. This one has to go into this position, and green and white need to be here. So I will move this piece out of the place by using the swapping algorithm that swaps BC and FG. R, U prime, R prime, U, F, R prime, F prime, R, U, F prime, U prime, F. This algorithm is used for a lot of stuff, so just be familiar with it. This piece is now moved out of the way, and I can move this piece into D position and into this white position over here. Equator, R prime, U prime, R2, U, B, U, L, F2, L prime, B prime. Right cycle, the right cycle, but this one has to be moved over here too. The green and yellow has to go in this position. This is the right position, and this one has to go in the back. So if I move this piece, this one is named D, A, B, C, and D, orange and green. The orange and green piece has to be in the back. So if I move this edge up to the B position, it can be a part of the equator rotation. So when the other pieces are in right place, this one will be in the back too. So I'll move this one up to this position. and I need to move this one down to this position. First, this one go down to E, go down to F by using EFG rotations. So this is in the right position to be rotated by equator, but I have to move this piece up to B position 2. I'll do that by reverse the left front, ABC rotation backwards, CBA. It's called L, R, U prime, R prime U, F, R prime, F prime, R, U, F prime, U prime, F. And then L, and do it once more. R, U prime, R prime, U, F, R prime, F prime, R, U, F prime, U prime, F. So this piece go into the back and afterwards into this position. This piece go into F position and afterwards into D. So the last piece I need to know where to place is the last green one, the yellow and green down here. If I move this up to this position afterwards, it will be a part of the rotations and everything will be in place. So equator wants R prime U prime R2 U B U L F2 L prime B prime. Okay, this one is the right place. This one has to go to the back, and this one hidden inside is in the right cycle. This one, the orange and white, has to go to this cycle, ABC. This one, blue and orange, is in the right cycle, but the green and yellow has to be moved over to this cycle, EFG. So I'll move the hidden edge up to B position and then use equator once again to position all the rest. This time I'll again use the reverse CBA algorithm. L, R, U prime, R prime, U, F, R prime, F prime, R, U, F prime, U prime, F, and L. Do it once again. R, U prime, R prime, U, F, R prime, F prime, R, U, F prime, U prime, F. Now I have to do the equator algorithm a last time to place those three in the right position. R prime, U prime, R2, U, B, U, L, F2, L prime, B prime. Now every edge is in the right cycle. H and I are not affected. A, B, C are the right edges, but in the wrong position. E, F, G are the right edges, but in the wrong position. And the hidden one in the back, D, is in the right position. Now I only use ABC rotations and EFG rotations to position the edges in the right spot. Green and white need to go to the bottom. Yellow and green need to go to the top, so I use the reverse back right. Starts with a B prime. Then do the swapping algorithm once again. R, U prime, R prime, U, F, R prime, F prime, R, U, F prime, U prime, F, and then B. Do it once again. R, U prime, R prime, U, F, R prime, F prime, R, U, F prime, U prime, F. Now the edges are in the right position. I have to make a cycle to get those three edges in the right position. The yellow, orange, white has to go to the bottom. Yellow, orange has to go to the top. So I do a reverse ABC, CBA. So we start with an L and do the swapping algorithm. And then do the L prime, do it once again. Every piece is now in the right position. Step 4, I'll proceed with swapping all visible edges. So I need to orient my cube to make two visible edges in the front. So I rotate the cube so it's still main position, but with blue top and red front. Those two edges can be swapped by doing the swapping algorithm B and D and I and G. This algorithm goes like U, R, U2, R prime, U prime, R prime, U prime, R2, U, R. This algorithm swaps those pieces, so you have to do it twice to get the pieces flipped. So now those visible edges are flipped. In this position, I still see one edge that is not flipped. So I have to flip this one too, because I want to flip all visible edges first. To flip this one, I use the D and F algorithm, which goes like, it's a long one. R prime, U prime, R, U, R, U, R, U2, R prime, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R. You have to do it 3 times. R prime, U prime, R, U, R, U, R, U2, R prime, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R. Twice. And 3rd time. Now this edge is flipped too. I return to my main position. Yellow top, blue front. A, B, and C is now in the right position and flipped correctly. E, F, and G. This one is not. So I know the piece in the back, D is not flipped too. I can bring the G, E, F, G. I can bring the G edge up to the F position, and then I can use my DF flipping algorithm to flip these two, and then undo my setup move. So the setup move is just swapping FG and BC like we did in the blue algorithm before, swapping R, U prime, R prime, U, F, R prime, F prime, R, U, F prime, U prime, F. This piece is now in the right position, and this one is not affected. So I do the swap algorithm DF. Once, twice, 3rd time. Now I will do the undo setup move. Undo the setup move. And the cube is done. A, B, and C is flipped correctly. E, F, G is flipped correctly. D is flipped correctly.